Well, I think, Andy, that these are distinctions without difference. We didn't put the word socialist in the name of our party. That was a deliberate choice. It's what we believe in, but we recognize that times have changed, that people's levels of consciousness are such that that would have been a necessarily limiting word to use in the name of our party. Our iconography could have had red stars and hammers and sickles, and some people like those things. But we didn't do that. We used an iconography which sends the message of work, of industry. I'm not myself, not now, nor have I ever been a communist, and I'm not fighting for communism. And I have a definition of socialism, which I insist on the hyphen, that will be different from some others. And I think that we should keep it flexible like that, because there are people here who joined the Workers' Party straight out of the Labour Party, large number actually. If I was to go around asking you, most of us have been Labour members, or at least Labour voters. Now, there's never been, arguably never been, but hasn't been for 80 years or so, anything to do with socialism in the Labour Party. It was just a vague idea of being with the workers, trying to bring about a country better for the workers. And we're better to keep it that way. There are people who are we just heard from John, who are at heart communists. I'm not, and most people in the party are not. I think the reference to socialism in the motion which I moved is sufficiently broad to keep most, if not all, people on board. I mean, if you believe in a national health service, you are believing in something that is socialist. You can't get away from that. If you believe in public education, regardless of your ability to pay, you are believing in a socialist idea. It doesn't mean that you want to nationalize every chip shop or curry shop. Anyone who's ever eaten a nationalized curry knows that it's not a good idea. Imperialist is a word that is slightly old-fashioned, but I can't come up with a better one. The world is constituted by an empire which seeks to continue dominating the world. Hegemony is the name of their game. I'm not really comfortable with dispensing with the term anti-imperialist. Unity, of course, is what we seek. And you don't have to agree with all of our 10 points or all of our resolutions to support or even join. We had a difference of opinion in the very first motion that we had in front of us. We will have others on China, or I see reference to a resolution on China that has frightened the horses in one or two places. Well, we're a democratic party. This is not reform. Everyone is entitled to their point of view and entitled to argue for it. And the members will hear the arguments and vote. I don't believe, we don't, by the way, say it's not the workers' class party or the working class party, it's the workers' party. And I favour, and you may see in my social media work, reducing it to workers. But in Britain, in the electoral system, you have to be a party. You have to register as a party. You can't just be workers. But I think in our discourse, the word workers is sufficient, and I prefer to use it. But there's no getting away from the fact that the workers, I mean, I'm surprised you picked nurses and teachers. I can't think of any group of workers more obviously workers than nurses and teachers. They are indisputably a part of the working class. So I so move the resolution.